This is Surviving in the Wild with Buffalo Grylls, teaching you how to survive in the wild. As you can see, we are in a forest. One part of the wild that is very safe, yet one of the most dangerous. As you can see, we are surrounded by brambles or nettles, depending on what they are. But it doesn't really matter if you have good trousers on and some good boots. Another reason that the forest is dangerous, there are wild boars, maybe some renards also, maybe deers. If they are angry, very dangerous. One of the most dangerous parts of the forest, one of the things that could kill you in the blink of an eye, are hunters or poachers, depending on what you want to call them. To be able to survive in a forest, you need to find a water source. Luckily for us, this forest has a river flowing through the whole thing. You can probably hear the water flowing, since that is what a river does. It is very small, yet very large also. Now all we need to do is find some maybe container or a bottle, since everybody pollutes, bad for the planet. So now we are going to try and find something. Aha! I think we have found one. Quite big, going to last a long time. That'll do. The thing you can do to survive in the wild is find something to cover yourself up with to use as camouflage. Yes, I have these trousers on, but it is not sufficient. So now what we are going to try to do is collect bits of branches to create a bash to cover ourselves up with. Since we are surrounded by trees, this all makes it very more simple. So these are all the twigs that we have collected. Definitely made them ourselves, as you can see. Very handmade. Now I'm going to try and cover myself in them, which will obviously cover me up. Very good camouflage. This looks alright, doesn't it? So I'm going to lay down, and my trusty assistant and cameraman, Carl, will cover me up.
Can I put some over your face?
Oh.
Sorry.
Did you see me?
A bit.
Right. Something else. I have a very big stick, quite sturdy, used for Carl. So, as you can see, my stick is quite sturdy, unsnappable. So I'm going to use it as a walking stick. So, now we are going to try and find a piece of stick that we can sharpen to hunt predators, to get food that will be nutritious and bring our energy levels up. Something you have to be careful of in this forest. This is sinking mud. If you stand in it, you will get stuck, possibly drown. As you can see, my stick is getting quite in there. So Now we are going to try and find some food. As you can see, this piece of stick that I have just broken off seems very sharp, quite pointy. Something we could use to hunt predators. As you can see, this is more pollution. Easiest animal to catch at the moment, considering we haven't run into any wild boars or renards or deers, would be a bird. If you listen closely, you can hear the birds. Do you see any birds, Carl?
There might be some up there.
Aha! Now the secret is to not make very much noise, or else you shall scare the bird away. I have missed. Well, I'm not getting that back. So the next solution would be insects. Some things that are very easy to catch, yet hard to find. Ooh, be careful, Carl, there is some sticky mud there. So, we're going to cross this river now, but you must be careful, since if you fall in, the tide could take you away. Ooh. You can see we are getting close to the bugs. These ones, however, are too small for us to get. So, as you can see, this is the biggest part of sinking mud you can find in a forest, which is where all the bugs hang out. If we look closely inside this tree, you can see that there are a lot of bugs. And as they say in The Lion King, slimy yet satisfying. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Ah! Oh my god, there's actually a bug! Now you must be careful walking down hills, or you could fall and hurt yourself very badly. As you can see, there is an umbrella here. Probably a kid's. Someone definitely died. We also found enough bugs to keep us going for the rest of the day. Very tasty, as assumed. The last thing I'm going to teach you in today's video is how to build a hut, because of course you need shelter. As soon as there is much pollution and littering around the forest, we can build it with the things we find. Parkour! We seem to have found our first bit of littering. This big plank of wood. Well, wood. So walking sticks are also good for breaking things that are in your way and that you don't need. Do you see how that loosened it? Oh! This is the hut that we have made. As you can see, it is very sheltered. And also very spacious and comfy. So this is also good, as you can see, because we have recycled, therefore saving the planet of pollution. So, this has been Buffalo Grylls, teaching you how to survive in the wild. See you next time.